Hey everybody, it's Mick Liubinskas here from Climate Salad. As you know, we love spreading the news around amazing innovations which are helping the world be more sustainable and get back to being nature positive. One of the companies I've been really privileged to work with as a part of the UNSW Climate 10X program is Bearhug, and to tell us all about it is Tom. Tom, how you going?
Quite well yourself, Mick.
Very good, good. Tell us, give us the elevator pitch. What's Bearhug?
So anytime goods are moved anywhere in the world, they'll be stacked up on a pallet wrapped in 40 plus meters of single-use soft plastic stretch wrap. And there's about 50 billion of those pallet movements every single year. So a lot of waste. We do a reusable alternative to that, lasts 1,000 uses rather than one. And to get that to scale, we're building automated systems to apply them and return networks so people can send them out and get it back.
Got it. So it's one of those things that that most people don't see, right? It's like, I don't see a coal-fired power plant throw the coal in and burn it. I don't see a animal burping on a farm, and I don't see all the plastic. By the time I see a product in Woolies, it's sitting on a shelf, and I think, oh, that was wonderful. It just automatically teleported here. So 50 billion trips stuff sitting on a pallet and they wrap it in 40 meters of plastic. They move it and then they take it off and they throw it in the bin.
Yep, pretty much.
That's amazing. That's a huge amount of plastic. It's one of those hidden waste bits. So how did you? It's obviously a massive problem. How did you get started in addressing it?
I guess straight out of high school, I started a job as a truck driver. So I wrapped a pallet a day for 4 years or so. At the tail end of that, got a bit sick of it and just sort of had a look out in the world and saw that reusable wraps were already out there in some other countries. So we pretty much just found somewhere to buy them from, took it to market in Australia. And then the real work we're doing, as I mentioned, is in the systems around it. They're not suitable for much unless you
Yeah,
build automation to get them on the pallets,
right.
and unless you're building a common system to move them between people.
And if it's not soft plastic, what is your products actually made out of?
So it's a polyester mesh that's coated in PVC.
Okay.
So it's recyclable into billboards at end of life, and the focus is really on durability, just to get as many reuses as possible out of it.
And at the moment, you're looking at about 1,000 per item.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right.
And just to explain it to me, so I've got a pallet, I'm in a warehouse, and I'm just going to ship it off. There's a machine that just basically, it's kind of like that thing at the airport that does luggage, right? It spins around and it just wraps it. So you're creating an alternative which will automatically use wrap, bear hug. I love it, but we'll bear hug the pallet, and then it can just jump on the truck and off it goes.
Yeah, so how they apply the plastic at the moment is either by walking around the load, holding the roll
Okay,
10, 15 times, or by putting it on basically like a car turntable that
right.
spins the load while either the machine or someone holds that plastic roll.
Yeah,
I guess the fundamental barrier there is that you got to get around the load 10, 15, 20 times.
right.
Our wraps just go around once and Velcro on at the front.
Yep.
So there's a significant speed advantage to be had. Like our automated wrappers on track
Yep.
to secure a pallet in 20 seconds or so rather than 60.
Great. You're looking at lots of really good value there. And how's it going so far? You've done a couple of trials?
Yeah, I mean, we started out in the niche of craft beer, got 80 or so craft brewers across Australia and now the US on board. But now we've sort of branched out to the broader FMCG industry. Actually have a trial with Coke and Metcash or IGA is their sort of main brand kicking off today. And Amazon recently came on board as a customer. So yeah, starting to branch out to bigger industries.
And how it'll work as a system, obviously, because the bear hugs move around. So I understand you're going to try to make it work a bit like the pallet system, which is CHEP, right? So,
Yeah, so I guess most of our customers to date, they will just buy them and use it for a situation where, say, you're moving pallets from your production area to your offsite storage. or you're wrapping them just to put them into storage, something like that.
Yeah.
Our system beyond that, if you want to be sending reusable wrapped pallets to a different business, is basically an 18 cent per wrap per day rental. You've got your Bearhug software that allows you to transfer that rental to someone as you send the pallet off to them. Then all of a sudden they're the one paying the 18 cent per wrap per day. So you're sort of just moving ownership temporarily through your supply chain. We step into clean, repair, collect, return.
Got it. And so that should help, right? The fact that it's the same model as pallets. So the pallets have stuff on top of it, and you make sure it doesn't fall off.
Yeah, I mean, there's this model isn't new. It just hasn't been applied to reusable wraps yet.
Yeah.
CHEP pallets, for example, make about $10 billion a year from 330 million pallets on this rental system.
$10 billion out of 33 million pallets. That is amazing. And they've been doing it for decades, right?
Yeah, I think the US actually just left tens of thousands of pallets in Australia in the World War II, at the end of World War II. And then the Commonwealth Handling Equipment Pool was formed to take advantage.
Commonwealth Handling Equipment. All right. It's an initial, that's an acronym. That's amazing. I didn't know that. That's a great backstory. And what's coming up? What's the next 12 months look like for Bearhug?
Busy, busy. Max, our co-founder, is moving to Germany in about 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
The EU is putting regulation in that will essentially mandate reusable pallet wrapping from
Okay.
2030. So we're going to
Oh,
go
wow.
over there and take some market share.
Yeah, great.
Um, we've got the first trial of our automated wrapping system at the tail end of November, and hoping to have that ready for commercial use around April next year.
Awesome. Okay. Wow. That's really good. I mean, obviously Europe is a bigger market. It's more progressed compliance wise. How's it going so far in getting engaging with the market?
There's a lot to understand about sort of the different regulatory bodies, and different, who the biggest companies there are that we can connect with early to sort of try drive scale. But I guess before that, we've got the first two samples going out to smaller breweries this week. So
Great.
again, starting in that niche and branch out from there.
That's great. Really, really impressive. And just it's great to see the momentum and progress. And I've really enjoyed working with you and Max on this. I know my background says climate and AI, but I think it's also good to know that important to know actually that we've got an incredible amount of problems that are just going to be solved by better products. And it sounds just totally obvious, right? That you instead of wrapping in 40 meters of plastic, you should use something that can be used 1,000 times, and you just need a different system. And as you said, it should be cheaper, it should be faster, and it also should be better for the environment. So it should be win-win-win, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a weird niche to fall into that I never expected to do, but once
Yeah,
you know a bit about it, it sort of just makes sense.
totally makes sense. Well, Tom, thank you so much for sharing. Great news in terms of your progress and momentum. Keep building towards next year, and we look forward to seeing more of your progress.
You appreciate it.